Now to the latest on the breaking news. The lodge up at Mount Charleston is gone. It's a total loss. We just got an update from fire crews from up there. Started getting reports of a fire a little before 5 o'clock this morning. Fire crews arrived, about 45 personnel. The good news is no reported injuries. They don't believe anybody was inside the building at the time, but they can't quite get inside yet because there's still some hot spots. So they're dealing with that. But what we can tell you for sure is they said the Mount Charleston Lodge is gone, and that's what it looks like now.
Yeah, here's a live look. Our photojournalist Kyle Oster is there. He's been there for us all morning. Kyle, you were listening to that press conference. My goodness, we got a lot of new information. Tell us more.
Absolutely. Some of the key information we have found out recently is that fire crews have not actually been able to enter the building at all. The way this building is structured, lots of additions, a lot of empty space between rooms, that has caused a major challenge for fire crews to get this blaze under control. So they, fire investigators are still awaiting to get into the building. We're seeing a little bit of change in the elements out here. The temperature is dropping. The wind is picking up rapidly now. We're getting
we can hear
some
it.
strong gusts of wind in the area. One other thing is that when the report first came in, they contacted BLM and Forest Service to keep an eye on embers and anything burning coming down the hill. They wanted to be on top of it in case this fire spread to this beautiful wildlife area surrounding the lodge. More crews are on their way right now to relieve a lot of the emergency workers here on scene so they can get back to their districts. Yeah, the biggest thing is, I believe, is that the building it's an old building with lots of additions, a lot of empty space, as the assistant fire chief put, causing just major challenges. A little bit, they had to tackle this fire differently than a normal building, the way it's structured. But the good news right now, as of now, these cabins to the left on your screen here, they do not need to be evacuated. But fire crews are going to be here all day, they say, monitoring hot spots, still, getting it under control. We're getting a little bit of a break in the clarity of the smoke here. You can actually, this is the cleanest image I've been able to see all morning. We can just see that warped, burnt metal from the roof of the lodge there. And they told me that from what they observed is that the fire was started possibly in the dining area. That's where I asked them if they had, was the building fully engulfed in flames? Was the fire inside, outside? What were they seeing in it? The first things they were seeing was flames coming from the dining room area of the lodge.
Yeah, and I know, Kyle, you asked, about what could have possibly sparked this fire, and it seems like that's a mystery. We understand that the employees that worked there left at 9 p.m. last night, and according to that official, there was no one there when the fire sparked. So that's the question on everyone's mind this morning, is how did that fire spark in the first place?
Absolutely, yeah. Crews were not in the building, or employees were not in the building yet. It is still very unclear and unknown as to what started this fire. Hopefully, fire investigators can give us an update here this afternoon. They're going to be up here all day, and we have crews coming up to swap out with me, so we will be up here all day as well.
All right, Kyle Oster doing double duty for us, working the camera and reporting for us this morning. Thank you, Kyle. You're doing a great job up there.
Indeed.
And we could hear through his microphone and even seeing the smoke starting to swirl around. So winds could potentially become an issue, which is obviously not great, because you pick up a couple of those enders, blow it in the wrong place, and then you've got another fire popping up somewhere else.
Yeah, and if it seems like it's sparking from down beneath, they said that they haven't been able to get any fire crews inside, so they can't even figure out exactly where the root of that fire is to put it out. So it's more so just kind of keeping it under control at this point. They say that they're taking a defensive stance, just trying to protect the surrounding areas. And we see those, looks like their rooms and
little cabins,
that people are staying in. So, and there are people there right now that are sheltering in place inside.
Yeah, and some who skedaddled out of there. Well, let's bring in Ken Smith